Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
You have a bet, I have a bet.
Yeah, let's start.
Hola a todos, esto es Sluggarson Softball. Estamos aquí con Mike Nino, and that's why my Spanish stops. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, how you doing? Mike Nino here.
How are you doing this year, Mike?
Not bad. Doing a lot of traveling, a lot of USSSA in the States, and then a lot of traveling for, I think it's the Super Cup this weekend, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so this first time a Super Cup here in Germany. It's been awesome. The public, the people, the softball, the competition, it's great. It's good for softball.
Great. If you guys haven't watched or don't follow, come for USSSA. Mike Nino just finished second in Double A with I-57 Roofing. Great team, young team, a lot of energy. And this weekend they are playing majors. We support them. I think it's over now. Right?
It should. I think they're actually playing right now on the ship. I think it's Roofex and Rosmondo. But our team, I think our team went 1-2. Just a rough week, but they're one of the best in the country. So hats off to them.
Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
Great to have you here. How did you enter European softball, and how do you feel about European softball at all?
I like it. I started off in Barcelona. My first invite, went out there, played ASA. The people, I love people, but the environment there for softball just makes me want to keep coming back out. You know what I mean? So the States is fun. Don't get me wrong. I love my country and I play very well there. But coming out here, the energy, the music, when people cheer, like it just seems like one big family at the end of the day, and that's what I like. You know what I mean?
Great. Once I interviewed an American soldier who played softball for more than 20 years here. He told me back in the States is not the same as here because everyone has their own tent. We play together or against each other, and then we go to separate ways. It's not the same as since we're such a small community in Europe. We have to support each other. We're a family. Everyone is together. Do you feel the difference?
I do. Back in the States when we play, normally you stay with your team and then you go eat, you go hang out, you go back to the lobby. Like our team goes to the lobby, we hang out, a little bit of partying, but it's between our team, and that's how the teams are usually in the States. Here, what I see is like when I look back here, every team that's hanging out is hanging out. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, you're with your team and stuff like that, but everybody's around. You know what I mean? Everybody's jumping around.
True.
Socializing, and that's what makes it different here. Everyone just stays here and it's one big family.
True. I also feel like I started softball 5 years ago, just by accident because my flatmate said, "You used to be a goalkeeper, you might be a good outfielder, join our team."
There you go.
And I was like, "Sure, what is softball? I don't know, let's try." And since then it's been my addiction kind of.
Yeah.
And I realized in Europe, you can actually go to a tournament without having a team, end up with a team, or help out several teams. Is it the case in US as well?
It is. I mean, you can pick up league nights anywhere. Like for instance, I live in Arizona in the United States. In my city and my state, you can, from wherever you live, there's parks everywhere. So like if you just want to play softball leagues, you can go to your local league and then just pick up with anybody. And then normally, if you're good enough, you'll get invited to play at a tournament, and then you kind of move up from there. So, yeah, softball's everywhere.
Great. Now, slight change of topic. I want to come to your swing evolution, how you started. Since I'm just starting myself and trying to find my style. You have a really aggressive hand wiggle, I call it. You wiggle really aggressive, and you have an aggressive cut swing as well. How the hell one comes to having a cut swing?
I would say it takes time and practice. It took me about a good 6 months, and that's about three days of the week practicing. But a lot of the guys, if you pay attention to softball in the States, we do one hand and then an overlap. So it could be one finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, however you're comfortable with overlapping. That generally works for us, right? So basically what you're doing is you're using your wrist versus your muscle. That helps for a lot of cut swing, and then your weight is forward instead of baseball. When you lean back, that's a baseball swing. In softball, it's different. Softball, you want to lean and use your weight forward so you can cut the ball a little bit better. It's not for everybody, but I generally, for guys my size or smaller, I tell them to stay with your weight forward and use your hands and throw your hands out. Where you jam yourself, you want to extend your hands, not keep your hands in your stomach, if that makes sense. It just takes time and practice.
You basically always, I feel like every time you have to pull the ball to cut it as much as you want to, but I see you Also, you have a really signature Judy.
Yeah. I haven't got a chance to hit it yet. I was hoping this last game, but nothing was short inside for me. And that's normally where I hit my Judies at. So hopefully by tomorrow I get you guys one.
I watched in Barcelona this year earlier, and I saw your Judy, which was hit to a 3-4 hole and drifted out to the foul territory. I was like, I've never seen that before. I bet he does it occasionally.
Yeah, that's the topic of a Judy. So a Judy, what you want to do is you kind of want to aim right at the right fielder. You typically want your ball to go there, but the way you cut it is if you cut it right to him, it normally slices towards the foul ball line. And if you can get it to slice to the foul ball line is when it'll start curving foul, you know what I mean? So that's typically how I train a lot of my guys who want to learn it, is you want to start off where the right fielder's at and just kind of dial in it about maybe 40, 50 feet behind second base. That way it's enough so they don't catch it, and then let it curve foul. And then that's when you usually get your double or triple.
Cool. Since you said a lot of grip techniques, what's your drops on the left and the right hand when you overgrip?
Left hand, one hand on the knob, pinky on the knob, grip, and then one finger overlap. Knuckle to knuckle.
Nice,
That way
that's
you're using all
aggressive.
forearm. That's aggressive. And then you kind of just throw your hands as much as you can and then let it rip, you know what I mean? But it takes time and practice. Once you dial in, like I said, don't get discouraged if it doesn't work overnight, you know what I mean? It took me about 6 months to dial in, and then now muscle.
How long have you had this cut swing?
I would say probably about 9 or 10 years. It's been a while.
Nice. Did someone inspire you, kind of like, I want to have that swing? Did you see something somewhere and you wanted to have it?
Yeah. When I was playing e-ball, the lowest class of ball, I would watch the major players and how they hit, and a lot of them were overlapping. Now I would ask, how do they cut the ball like that? But once I figured out why they cut it and how they cut it, then I did my practice, got comfortable with it, and then got good at it. So.
Can I ask if you're comfortable with saying who's your major player? I have a guess.
Okay.
I'm guessing Bubba Mack, maybe, with his
my favorite player growing up?
as a cut swing inspiration.
He's one of the best, absolutely. Bubba Mack is one of the best to do it. You got Phil Maddie, who's really well. Flip Washington's pretty good at it. You got a lot of these guys who are major players who do it very well, but it's just everyone does it differently. There's so many in the conference that I can name, but all the guys at the professional level, which is AA and major, they're there for a reason. It's because they practice, they put the work in, and then you get guys like Bubba Mack who cut the crap out of the ball.
And it's easier to see. I watched a lot of condensed games from DW. Not a lot of. I watched all of them.
Okay.
And
Great
a
guy.
big fan of him. Big fan of what he's doing. Great job. And the way Bubba Mack cut the ball, well, first time I saw it over the 5-6 hole of third baseman. From the perspective of the camera, it looks like the ball is not moving, but the third baseman didn't even see the ball.
That's when you put a lot of power behind your swing, and that's why he's one of the best.
I think that's the newest hype, kind of. I asked like, hey, make a video about how to cut the ball. I was like, there is one already. Cole Campbell did it with a bunch of guys that cut the ball. Go watch it, because I personally have no reach. I cannot reach people who cut the ball and can reinvent myself. So if someone starts cutting the ball just right now, like they have been playing like myself 4 or 5 years, I can solid hit it out of the stadium if the pitch is perfect.
Right.
But otherwise it's just line drive somewhere.
Okay.
How would you recommend me to cut the ball?
Pitch selection. I mean, that's what I say. Pitch selection, right? If it's not the perfect pitch to do it, that could be an issue. You know what I mean? Because then you get a top spin or you get a ground ball or something like that. For us, again, we'll use Bubba Mack since you used him. If the ball is not perfectly to where he wants it, it's hard for him to cut it. He's going to either hit it 500 feet or he's going to hit a ball that's right to the ground super hard, right? So for him, if you notice that he positions himself perfectly so he can get that perfect pitch, that's why I'm saying put into the work. You get the pitch selection that you want and you hit it hard. For a lot of guys who are good pitchers, they're going to keep you away from it. But it's hard to do it when you got somebody like that who does put in the work. It doesn't matter what you pitch them, right? You could throw them an ASA pitch, you could throw them a U-trip pitch, but if you put enough work into it, you adjust to the high and the low, you'll cut everything, you know what I mean? So it's just finding the muscle memory of your swing, that's all it is.
True, because I also watched a lot of Bradley Jones videos hitting the shit out of the ball
Yeah.
in the stadium. Now he's in the long haul bombers too.
Yep.
I was like, he kind of cuts the ball too, but he's cutting it up there.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's just an adjustment on your cut swing. That's all it is. So from going across the chest to cutting it straight up, that's the difference. You know what I mean? If you hit them 500 feet or you hit it 320 feet at 6 feet high, that's the adjustment.
because you kind of lean into the ball. It's in front of you. It's you kind of like the lower
Yeah.
balls to cut.
Yep.
What I also accidentally did because I didn't know how to pick up pitch to hit. I also like his style, Austin Daw. Get under the ball, slap it down with the barrel. It kind of goes in a line somewhere. Even my teammates were like, "How the hell did you do it? Can you do it again?" I was like, "No, no one's gonna pitch it that high to me."
Yeah. No, Austin Dawes, since we're on Austin, he's one of the best to do it too. The good thing with Austin, though, is Austin, you can throw him a high pitch, you can throw him a low pitch. He's so dialed in with his swing, it doesn't matter what you throw him, he's going to cut it wherever he wants. And that's what I'm telling you, when you put it in the work, he puts in the work, and you can tell by the way he swings, you know what I mean? So, one of the best cutters for sure.
So another topic switch. What is your bat specifications that you prefer? I've seen you swing Vanilla Gorilla. You have signature bats with Monster.
I've had one, yes.
Yeah, and is it the same or is it changing every time?
Every bat's good, you know what I mean? There's not one bat out there that's per se shittier, right? Every bat is great. It just depends what fits your hands, what you're comfortable with. For me personally, like my hands fit perfect with the 25-ounce demerity, which is the VG, 12.5-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. Like that's perfect for me. It's light enough for me to cut the ball. You know, if I get a heavier bat, I won't be able to cut it as good. But again, it just whatever's preference in your hands. You can go from demerity to Mikan, Worth, Easton, Marucci, any bat company that's out there. They're all great, but it all just depends on the end load on what you want for your hands. So whatever fits your swing, you know what I mean? That's I've seen guys out here that are swinging 27s that are about my size. I can never do it. They don't work for my hands, but if it works for them, have at it, you know what I mean?
That's actually also one of the topics I was kind of thinking about lately because U-Trip and USA is different.
Okay.
I have seen the video from Hitting Nation that Hit Barnes hits 25 as well, and you just said you hit 25. So it is possible to cut it out of the stadium with a 25 if you have a good cut swing.
Yeah.
You get under the ball
Yeah.
and keep it fair. You're good to go. But can you actually also apply that to USA softball?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I believe it or not, there's tournaments where I've swung 24s before in softball for USSSA. They don't really make them for ASA, but if there was a 24, I'd definitely swing a 24. For me, my projects, what I tell people all the time is put in the work. If you can put your work in with a 24-ounce bat, it's faster hands, faster speed, more distance, right? For us smaller guys. For bigger guys, it's a heavier bat, more distance because of more power, right? That's the advantage that we have from smaller to bigger guys. But 24, you can't be afraid to swing something lighter if you can adjust to it, right? For me, like I said, if I swing 24 ounce, that's perfect for me. As long as it has the ounce that I need on the 24, it's perfect. So, yeah.
Yeah, because recently I've been finding myself, I started with gaming Sinister, Monster Sinister, M2 Tech,
Okay.
25. I didn't even think about the specs. I didn't know about the specs back then. I just needed a bat. I just grabbed it, was available in Europe, which also another issue. A lot of companies don't come to Europe because they don't see a market.
Yeah.
Maybe they will after this video.
Yeah, hopefully.
Will help them. But I got accommodated with mid-load 25, 3/4 ounce end load, and then 1 ounce end load. And I was like, maybe I can go up a little bit more, 26, 27. Some 27 swing lighter, some heavier. But does it actually make a difference for you to say is like someone is better hitter or lesser hitter? In Europe, it's seen like that. If you hit 27, you're the man.
Okay.
And if you hit 25, yeah, everyone does it, you know.
25. I don't think it matters the weight, man. What I have noticed here is if somebody swings a 25 here in overseas, people tend to make fun of them. Like, that's for girls. No.
I've also
27, to me, it makes no sense. Like, And that's what I'm trying to bring to the world, is make them understand, for the smaller guys, it's okay to swing 25, because that's where we get our hand speed, our distance, our power, you know what I mean? And anybody swings heavier and it's too heavy for your hands, it makes no sense for you to swing that. So.
Because what I've heard from the older, more experienced guys, they're saying like you want to hit a dinger, get a shorter barrel with heaviest end load you can get. Like Bobo Mac had a Bubba Club, I think 10-inch barrel with 3-ounce end load. It's the heaviest you can ever see. They don't produce them anymore.
Yeah.
But does it make any difference for you? You play USA, right?
I do.
Does it make a difference? Because USA ball is softer. Should be actually easier to cut it because compresses more.
It's about the same. It's all the same. Yeah, for ASA you get a softer barrel for a softer ball, right? For U-Trip you get a harder barrel for a harder ball. It's literally no difference. Besides the sound of the ball on the bat, there's no difference. No difference at all. So if you want to go heavier on the bat, lighter, it's all the same. To me, I tell people all the time, if you swing 25 in USSSA, swing a 25 in SA. It's the same thing. Why switch your weight? Keep the same weight that you swing on both.
Okay, because I also heard that if you are a big guy, muscled up like some guys like Ryan Harvey, and you're swinging 25, the wear and tear on that bat is gonna be massive. You're gonna break it.
No, it's the same thing.
It's the same?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I've actually hit BP with Harvey before, where he swung my 25. Don't get me wrong, he's stronger than I am, so it's going to go way further than me, obviously, but it doesn't matter. If you can swing to 25, you can be as strong as Harvey. It's going to do the same damage that I'm going to do with the same bat, so it doesn't matter. Swing what you're comfortable with.
How often do you break bats since you have one in your hand?
To me, I break my bats in right, so they last me, right? I don't have a problem breaking bats. For me, if I swing a U-Trip bat, I break them in with ASA balls, because that's the proper way to break them in, right? You want to take care of your equipment. You don't want to go out there and if I pull out a bat brand new out of the wrapper on this field and I start hitting stadiums and stuff like that, it's going to break. Don't matter what bat it is, right? So to respect your manufacturers, you definitely want to use the proper ball so they don't break fast, so the bat lasts longer, right? If you get guys out here who do buy bats, that's what I recommend. If you get a U-Trip bat, buy ASA balls so you break your bat in properly so they don't break and they last you longer, because you're going to be upset. You're buying a bat for $300 and it breaks before you even use it. You know what I mean? So breaking your bats the proper way with ASA balls. Obviously ASA bats, you got to use ASA balls. So always use ASA balls for everything, for practice, until you game them, and then obviously go into the good balls.
That's a great advice if anyone else watching wondering what kind of ounce they should swing.
Yeah.
Go to the lightest you can find and then go up if you're not comfortable with it, because sometimes you're not comfortable, your hands are too fast, your eyes cannot adjust, you pop up all the time because you're too early.
Yeah.
You have to go up and slow down a little.
You got to find the weight that you're comfortable with. You know, you get some guys who go out there and they swing 27s, which makes no sense for me, that are my size. And then they're 2 or 3 games in and all of a sudden, my hands are slower, I'm tired. Well, if you adjust to a 25, you won't get tired. Like for me, I could play a whole tournament and my swing will not change. Why? Because I'm not tired. My legs might get tired, my back or something like that, but my hands are always going to stay consistent. Now, if you're a Harvey, go back to Harvey, 27, 26, it makes sense because they're stronger, they're bigger, they need something to be able to go, but that's their weight. So they're comfortable to keep swinging that and not tire out, right? For guys my size, you might want to adjust to 25. Even if it's too light, right? Put your work in, get comfortable with it. And then once you're comfortable with it, the hand speed comes, use it for a game, and you'll see the difference. To me, I preach it all the time. Go down to a 25, get comfortable with it, and swing it. By the time you're used to it, you'll never get tired again. It's the best bat you can swing. The lighter, the better. Unless you're a bigger guy, don't swing lighter. Stick to your 27, 26, because obviously you need it for the muscle that you have. So.
All right. Well, you have heard Mike Nino about his opinion. He's a DeMarino Pro. You want to grab one, contact him?
Yeah, you can get actually any bat from me. I do swing DeMarino on my personal. That's my preference of bat. But you can get any bat from me on the market with Smash Sports that we deal with. So anything that you need from Marucci, Mike, and Worth, Easton, all that good stuff, you can hit me up direct. There's also a lot of pros out here. You know, you got Newton out here that sells Anarchy. We also sell Anarchy as well. So any bat that you guys need, you can hit me up on social media, Mike Nino, Instagram, Mike Nino 8. Any social media platform I have, you're more than welcome to shoot me a message. I'll take care of you guys on any bat, or go through any of your pros. You know, if you in the States or overseas and you know somebody who sells bats, go to them, man. They'll take care of you. So.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate your opinion and help. It's really great to watch you make great plays, great athletic plays as well, and hit the shit out of a ball, which lets me know what's possible in slow pitch softball. And I want to get there, which a lot of watchers are also motivated to get there. Thank you for helping us, sharing your opinion, because some people hold it back. They want to keep their secrets for themselves.
My biggest advice is don't ever let no one tell you that you can't make it. I'm proven factor. I mean, I'm blind from one eye. You know, I put in the work. I'm smaller than half the guys that play the conference. Use me as your example. You can make it. You want to play up? Put in the work. That's.
Well, I want to play with you in I-57. Maybe I'll convince Kyle Lee, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'll take you." Maybe one day I'll be that good.
Yeah. Looking forward, brother.
We'll see that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.